Well, hey there, guys. Greetings and salutations, and welcome back to the channel here for Open Mic, the show where the mic is open, the floor is yours. What do you guys want to talk about? That's what we are here to discuss. Now, if you've got a question or topic you'd like us to address here on the show, you can go ahead and send it in one of two ways. The first way is if you're watching the show any of the 23 hours of the day that we're not doing it live, you can use our tip link at streamelements.com/John Campea/tip and send it in that way anytime 24/7. Or if you are watching live, like right now, you can go ahead and use the super chat feature to send it in. I will warn you though, we're only gonna leave the super chat feature open for another maybe 2 minutes. So if you got a question or thought that you'd like to send in, now's the time to do it. I'm joined here by Ray Ora.
Hey, what's up, everyone?
Jonathan Boyega, of course,
Hello,
is here.
everybody.
And let's not waste any time and get right into it. Got one thing I want to talk about here before we get to the questions. I got to think about AMC theaters.
He loves them.
It's a very love-hate relationship,
Yeah.
isn't it? They are indeed and in fact my favorite movie theater chain to go to. Although I got to tell you, that Cinemark that we went to go see Transformers in, Ray, that was a damn good movie-going experience.
Yep.
I enjoyed that one a lot. But I really love the AMC Dolby Prime Cinema, and I think AMC A-List is the best loyalty program out there. It's absolutely fantastic. They also do a lot of things that really annoy me. As I'll put it kindly, the AMC theaters does a lot of things that really annoy me. That really has made me. I'm evaluating whether or not I want to really have AMC as my home theater anymore. But one of the dumb things that they've done in recent years is a while ago they proposed this idea of scaling ticket prices depending on the seat you get in the theater. Right? Where now, the way things work right now, you jump on, you can get a seat in the movie, and if the tickets for that movie are $15, then that's what you pay, $15. Whether it's the top left, dead center, sort of to the front, but to the right, doesn't matter. They're all the same ticket, right? All the same price. Then AMC said, you know what we're going to do? We're going to do this Sightline program where, hey, guess what? You'll pay a little bit more for the best seats, but don't worry about it. You'll pay less for the not so great seats, and then the rest of the seats will stay the same price. But when they announced this, I told you guys, don't for 1 minute expect that AMC theaters will do it equally. Like, here's the way you'd think it would go. You'd think if you were in a theater that had 99 seats.
But the bitch A1.
I knew one of the two of you was going to say that. But let's say you're in a movie theater that has 99 seats. You'd figure if it was going to be balanced, you figure, okay, so they'll have 33 of those seats will stay the same normal regular price. 33 of the seats will maybe go up by $2. And then 33 seats to balance it out will go down by $2, right? That's what the way they kind of made it sound like it was going to be. It's all going to even out. But I told you, they will use this as a pretext just to jack up movie prices even more. And what happened? When the first testing of this program started and the seating maps came out, it was more like 33 seats stayed the same price, 60 seats had price increases, and 6 seats had decreases. That's roughly, when you go back and look at the seating map, that's kind of how it worked out, at least the one I looked at. Right? It was massively and disproportionately leaned towards the seats that they were increasing the prices on. And just like the front row seats, they were putting maybe like $1 discount on, right? It was, as I said, just a complete pretext for AMC theaters to sneak by you, screw you over, and just to get more money for the seats. They'll say, oh yeah, the ticket price for that movie is $10, when really the majority of the seats in that thing weren't $10, they were $12 or $12.50. And some of them were $10, and maybe a couple were $9.50, but it was all big pretext. Well, I guess the program didn't work. There was a lot of backlash because it's now been announced in Variety and others that AMC Theaters has dropped this program. They've decided to drop it. This comes to us again from Variety, who says, the company announced it is no longer moving forward with Sightline at AMC, a ticket pricing initiative based on seat location within the auditorium. The proposed system, which was announced in February, involved customers paying a few extra dollars for prime middle seats with an unobstructed view. What seat in your movie theaters have obstructed views? Maybe you should take those seats out anyway and save a few bucks to sit in the front row. The initial announcement wasn't embraced on social media. With Lord of the Rings star Elijah Wood among its vocal detractors, the movie theater is and always has been a sacred democratic space for all, he wrote on Twitter at the time. This new initiative by AMC Theaters would essentially penalize people for being lower income and reward people for having higher income. Anyway, it is all, as it turns out, much ado about nothing, because now AMC has realized, oh, this was stupid, and they decided to pull the plug on it. Here's the thing. Maybe they should have listened to people before they even launched the program, telling them, this is stupid. Don't do this. But they decided to do it anyway. Now, look, give credit where it's due. They may be really slow, but when they did figure out it was stupid and this was a bad idea and people weren't going to warm up to it, they pulled the plug on it. So you know what? If we're going to give them crap when they follow through on stupid things, let's give them credit when they pull back on stupid things. Glad they pulled back on that. But it was almost as dumb of an idea as the Oscars introducing a best popular movie category. It's in that realm of idiocracy, but I'm glad they pulled it, and now we can all rest easy that is now gone. All right. With that down, guys, let's get to the reason that we're here, which is to take your questions. We're going to start off with the tip questions you guys sent in. So, Jonathan, what do we got?
Amin writes, I know it depends on the airline and what's available, but if you had a choice, what would your go-to film to watch on a plane be? I think for me, it would be Catch Me If You Can. I flew down to L.A. this morning, seeing Oppenheimer at the Chinese on Saturday.
Ooh,
nice.
That's a good theater. And Chinese is a legit great IMAX screen, too. Like a really great, obviously a lot of history, probably the most famous movie theater in the world. For me, because listen, I'll tell you right up, I don't like flying. I don't like flying because I have a fear of heights. I fly, but I don't like it. And one of the things I like to distract myself with is if I don't got good solid internet connection and I can't play like a game or something is to watch a movie. And I know this could sound silly, but on a plane, a long movie is good. So I'm probably leaning towards a Lord of the Rings film. Preferably director's cut. Lord of the Rings film is what I'm going for. All right, what's next?
Garden Variety Vagabond writes, just wanted to say how much I love having Robert back on. You two balance each other amazingly. When you both answer a question, it gives so much extra depth due to your different experiences and personalities.
Yeah, listen, Rob and I have known each other a really, really long time. I mean, it's just, it's just circumstances and needs have to line up. And sometimes they don't, but we have a situation where Chris is not available to be in on Wednesdays. And on some Wednesdays, Rob's available to shoot in and do a guest spot. Now, it's not going to be every Wednesday, but, we announced when Rob was leaving as a regular member that he would still be popping on once or twice a month. So, hopefully that'll be able to continue. All right, what's next?
Here's the best part. I'm here every day. Dangerous D, remember the scout with Brendan Fraser about a genius two-way baseball player courted by every team? I see a real-life scenario of Shohei Ohtani. Thoughts?
This dude is...
He's a cheater. He's a cheat
He's got to be a cheater.
He's a cheat code.
You know why?
Why
we know he's a cheater, Ray?
No.
Asian.
No. I didn't mean a cheater as in...
I'm leaving it at Asian. Because y'all are good at math.
You're not even hiding anymore, John.
I'm not even trying to hide it anymore.
Wow.
Try to pretend because I'm married. No, listen, this dude is something. He's something out of a fiction movie. Like, we have never seen in our lifetime a player like this. Like, I don't want to get ahead of ourselves and say this is the Wayne Gretzky, but I mean, not since Babe Ruth has there been somebody who was a legitimate possible best in the league at pitching and a legitimate possible best in the league at hitting. It's made up. It's something out of a fairy tale. Now look, everybody knows I'm not a huge baseball fan, okay? I'm not. But I am a fan of exceptional people. Yeah. And that's what this dude is. He's doing something that you would never believe was real. Like if somebody told you about this guy, in 10 years there's going to be a player who does this, you would go, bullshit. Not true. But here we are. The dude is just that special. So we'll see if he was able to continue that. All right, what's next?
Dangerous D writes. Oh no. Dangerous D failures to Flash, Shazam, and Blue Beetle expecting to bomb. Should WB dismantle the DCU? Fans say they want to see DC on film, but they don't show up. They are.
Well, they are. That's why the DCEU.
Yeah.
Remember, Flash, Blue Beetle, Black Adam. All these are DCEU. And yeah, but look, hindsight is 2020. They should have dismantled the DCEU years ago. But here we are, and they are taking it apart. They're ending it, and they're starting brand new in 2025 when James Gunn and Peter Safran give us Superman Legacy.
Yep.
So yeah, they absolutely need to kill this thing and put it down. I mean, this is a racehorse that's broken all 4 of its legs, and it needed to go a long time ago. All right, what's next?
BK Dan, John, I had just been rewatching some old Stargate Atlantis, and it just dawned on me, Momoa got a promotion. You see, first an actor on Atlantis, now he's a king. I didn't realize he was on Stargate Atlantis.
Yes, he was. That was my first exposure to him. He wasn't as like beefy as he is now, but man, and he's got. You go back and watch it a little bit now. He's got a bit of a baby face. Like now, of course, that was like what 20 years ago.
Yeah.
However long. But yeah, that's where you can go and get your first glimpse at a wee little baby face Jason Momoa. Jason Momoa. All right, what's next?
Anonymous writes, hi, John, first time tipper. Just wanted to share my list of Disney Plus shows. Falcon Winter Soldier, Epic Show, WandaVision. 3 would be Secret Invasion. 4, Miss Marvel, Peace, and Bring on the Filthy.
I'm not that big of a fan of Falcon the Winter Soldier. It certainly had a couple of exceptional episodes.
It fell a little short for me.
It fell a little bit short. I mean, it's... in my list of the shows that worked and the shows that didn't work as far as Marvel on Disney Plus goes, I would list Falcon and the Winter Soldier as one of the ones that work for me. I mean, it's all right. It's pretty good. It was my most anticipated one, though. Falcon and the Winter Soldier was easily my most anticipated one, and it didn't quite get there, and that's fine. WandaVision is something crazy good. I have enjoyed Secret Invasion. It's not great, but I've enjoyed it. You know, Rob and I were talking about it, and he brought up, he really was able to nail it for me about there's something about it but I can't quite put my finger on. What is it about that's not quite making it click? And Rob made the observation that I really agreed with. He says the whole show is one note. Like it's one tone throughout. And I'm like, you're right. There's no dynamics to it. But still, overall, a show I'm enjoying. They've got a lot of ground to cover with a finale, though.
Yeah, they do.
So I think it's really going to come down to, because look, if they can really stick the landing on this, it's going to go again into my good list. Like there's a bunch of MCU Marvel shows in my bad list. It'll definitely go on my good list. But it's close enough that if they really crap the bed on the ending, it may go from my overall a good show list into overall not so good of a list. But we'll see how it finishes. But so far, I'm enjoying it. All right, what's next?
Spider Yevnik writes, hello from Israel.
Oh.
I recently went through a tough breakup and was kind of a mess. Then I watched 300 Days of Summer, which put my situation in some kind of perspective, and it helped me move on. The Power of Movies. Highly recommend the movie. Yeah, I love 500 Days of Summer. Yep.
I almost said Jeffrey Dean Morgan. Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Mrs. Property Brothers. Because I believe she got... Zoe Deschanel, she got married to one of the Property Brothers.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah. I didn't even know, you know how I found, I didn't even know she was dating one of the Property Brothers until Ann and I were at the premiere of Star Wars. Which one was it? I think it was The Rise of Skywalker.
Oh, yeah.
And we walked in and like right behind us came the Property Brothers, and the one was Zoe Deschanel. And I'm like, is that Zoe Deschanel? And I guess Anne knew, because Anne stays up on which celebrities are dating each other. But yeah, they are now married. Good on them. But yeah, that's a great movie. And it's the movie that got Webb, because no pun intended on his name, but that's what got Webb the Spider-Man movie said he did, was how good 500 Days of Summer is. Yeah. It is really a great movie. I'm glad it doesn't get brought up enough. All right, what's next?
Okay. Halloween Bunny writes, I have 2 movies in history ever made 100 million opening weekend on the same time. If so, what are the chances that it will ever happen again? And that's it. I have to believe, look, all I can say is, because I brought up that question the other day, I don't know if 2 movies, opening weekend or not, have ever made $100 million in the same weekend. I feel like it has.
I don't know if it is. I put that challenge to you guys in the live chat. Look that up. Has there ever been where two movies share the same opening weekend and both movies open to $100 million or more? Look it up. And Ray, keep half eye on the live chat there and see if anybody comes up with that. I can't think of one off the top of my head, but I'm going to guess it has happened, but that's just a guess of mine at this point. All right. And it's not going to happen this weekend, just so you know. It's not going to happen this weekend. Barbie might get $100 million. Oppenheimer. Oppenheimer will not. But Barbie has a shot, but not both of them at the same time. All right, what's next?
Zach Pasta Sauce Walters writes,
Pasta sauce.
Hey crew, what is your early Super Bowl predictions for what the matchup will be this season? I think Jets again, 49ers. Then Aaron Rodgers gets smashed by 49ers again one last time in the playoffs. So that's on you guys because I don't know much about football.
Look. Do I think it was a good move for the Jets to get Aaron Rodgers? Yes. That's an upgrade to that team. Last season showed us Aaron Rodgers is not Aaron Rodgers anymore. Every single one of his statistics went off the cliff. The Jets are not going to the Super Bowl. And who knows? Maybe that prediction will age badly. They're going to be an improved team. I think they're going to be an improved team, but I don't think they're going to the Super Bowl, and I don't think the 49ers are going to the Super Bowl either. It's what I would have put the bank on the Buffalo Bills. I really, at the beginning of last season, to me, my clear favorite for winning the Super Bowl last year was the Buffalo Bills before the season started. And they just faded, and they just did not turn out to be the team that I thought they were. So I don't know. It could go either way for them this year. I don't know. You know what? And I'm not just saying because Ray's in the room. If I had to put money on one team getting to the Super Bowl, it would be the Bengals. I mean, Joe Burrow is just getting better. I think he's got the potential. He's not there yet, but I think he's got the potential to be the best quarterback in the league. So as far as who their counterpart in it will be, I'm not really sure yet. All right, what's next?
They're a finesse team. It's a little swingers deep cut for you. Valentino Shepard writes, how awesome would it be if one day got the news that Christopher Nolan, James Cameron, and Steven Spielberg decided they were going to team up, collab with each other to make and co-direct a movie? Would you be excited? Personally, I wouldn't.
That movie would be a disaster.
Yeah.
That movie would be an absolute, complete clusterfuck disaster. Those are three alphas. Wouldn't work.
Yeah.
Would not work. Christopher Nolan does not work well in that environment. Steven Spielberg is Steven Spielberg. Yeah, no, it absolutely, that would be. Now, if they wanted to do something like what Steven Spielberg and Peter Jackson did, where, hey, let's do a series of movies where I'll be the main producer on one and you direct it.
Yeah.
And then we'll do the next one. That was the Tintin movies, right?
Yeah.
Then the next one, you be the producer of it and I'll direct it, but they never did get to their second one. They only did their first one. If they wanted to get together and collaborate and do kind of what Francis Ford Coppola and George Lucas did and form like their own, what was it called again? What was the name?
Oh gosh.
It was, why am I freezing on the name of it? American something taupe, or I can't remember.
Yeah,
the guys in the live chat,
either.
help us out here. What was the name of the company? The company that they formed. At any rate, if they want to do that I would be excited about.
Yeah. Or even like a DreamWorks style.
Yeah, if they wanted to like form some kind of subsidiary and do something like that, or even collaborate on a degree. American Zoetrope. Thank you, Rick.
Okay, there you go.
And it was American something taupe. Anyway, but those guys trying to co-direct a movie, I think you're in for a disaster of a movie. I really do. All right, what's next?
All right, Jackson Ames writes, who do you think would win in a fight, Dom Toretto or Jason Bourne? Jason Bourne. Unless Vin was writing it.
Yes, if Vin Diesel's the producer of that movie,
then Dom wins.
Then Dom beats Jesus.
Yeah.
I mean, that's because Dom beats Superman, Dom beats Hulk. Doesn't matter. Just give him a lug wrench and family, and he can beat everybody. So, but if anybody else is writing it, Jason Bourne should easily, in about 3 or 4 seconds, take out
one punch.
Dominic Toretto. All right, what's next?
He's One Punch Man.
Oh, boy.
Jared Oberfeld.
Yeah. One Punch Man.
Jared writes, it is game day. By the time you read this, this is ominous. The IMAX 15 70mm screening I am attending will have already started.
Yeah, Ray and I, we've got our screening starting in 1 hour and 10 minutes.
Yeah,
I know,
y'all,
wow,
we
what
gotta
a shocker.
answer y'all's
Like
questions.
when we end this show, we're like hightailing it like bats out of hell and
Yeah.
getting over to the theater to go
I'm gonna
watch
have to
our
lock
screening
up.
of it. Hope you're enjoying it. I hope we will too. All right, what's next?
Garden Variety Vagabond writes, on one hand, the Broadway League and IATSE looked to avert strike while Universal had tree canopies cut in front of their studio to eliminate shade for the striking actors during the heat wave. Go Broadway, Wicked is better. Although we don't have any proof of that.
No, again, that's bullshit. Again, I've said this before. Universal's being hurt by the strike, not by people standing out front of the thing holding pickup signs. It was most likely something like Jonathan pointed out. That was most likely probably regular maintenance and cutting trees. I don't buy for a second that it was done on purpose for that purpose. Like I don't believe that just for a single moment. All right, what's next?
Holly Shore writes, hey Ray, who is your favorite version of April O'Neil from any of the TMNT adaptations?
From the many TMT?
Yeah, any of them. Who is your favorite? I mean, I just love the original cartoon one.
I like the 90s version of April.
The yellow jumpsuit, red hair?
Yeah, that's the only April I know about. But there was the movie one, right?
Yeah.
There was the
Yeah, what's her name from Transformers?
No, not
No,
that
no,
one.
that was from the newer movie.
I
Yeah.
meant the-
Oh, okay,
But he means like the 90s movie.
Yeah, there was that one. And I forgot she played April too.
Mm-hmm.
But it has to be that one. I mean, I didn't know of any other iterations of her.
I like that they're, you know what? I'm not going to lie and say that I'm excited for this new TMNT movie, but I like that they're doing something totally different with the April
You know
character.
what? And I thought the same thing, but there was a series I was on because I was just browsing Mutant Mayhem, whatever, and then the cartoon came up. There was another,
Holding your, oh, you got April O'Neil in your hand.
yeah, there was a cartoon that actually had a different version of her.
Really?
As in race. As in her
But
race.
it's more than just race. They changed her outfit, her body type,
Yeah.
her age.
I love it.
I like that it fits in more with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles actually. To
And
me, so.
with just modern times, modern society. Come on.
All right, what's next?
Garden Variety Vagabond has a two-parter. I truly feel that the real issue on the strike is that the distribution companies have started with an priori fallacy, to wit, ooh, we're getting illegal. Streaming as is will continue. The bottom line is that streaming as it exists was a good idea in principle, but in reality, it simply does not work as a business plan. Like when any other failed business plan comes to light, they will need to adapt or die. It doesn't matter that customers want ad-free streaming. It does not work. Also expect that. So
Is there a part 3 to that?
Oh wait, was there more to this?
Because I also expect that ...
Yeah, there's a third here. 3 of 2. The streaming distributors will also make agreements for shows to go to other venues to generate more revenue. You cannot spend millions and billions without a reasonable way to have a return on investment. The current plan has proven failed.
Well, I mean, there's one problem with that. Netflix just posted a $1.8 billion profit for the second quarter. Now, granted, as we talked about on the John Campea Show podcast earlier today, which, by the way, if you're not subscribed to the John Campea Show podcast, subscribe to it on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify, on your favorite podcasting app of choice, ladies and gentlemen. Go and subscribe to it today. Yeah, as we talked about on podcast earlier today, it does cost Netflix $26 billion a year just to operate. Cost them $26 billion a year. But in quarter 2, they posted a $1.8 billion profit. Now, granted, it took them over a decade to become profitable. And right now, they're really the only profitable streamer. I think Max is getting very close to it. All the other streamers are losing money. It's not that streaming in and of itself is not a valid, good format that can work. It's just that from the beginning, they looked at their approach to streaming the wrong way. The whole idea that streaming was a replacement for the theatrical experience and that you could bypass theaters with all this type of stuff and go straight to streaming, they found out they were wrong. What streaming is a replacement for is not theatrical exhibition. Streaming is a replacement for home video. That's what it's a replacement for. It's the evolution of home video. And that's why you're seeing now all the studios who were rushing to get their movies straight to streaming instead of to theaters. Now they've all reversed course because they realized that was an idiotic thing and it didn't work. Now they're putting the movies in theaters again and then putting on streaming. And guess what? They're more successful on streaming as a result of being in theaters first. But there's still so many, everybody thinks if something's been around for like 2 or 3 years or 4 years, that's been around a long time. we are in the infancy of streaming. The absolute, like the head is just starting to crown out of your mama stage of streaming. It is so early. There are so many things they still have to figure out and work out, and they'll eventually get there. Ray didn't like that. Didn't like that picture. All right, what's next?
All right, finally from Garden Variety, and then we're on to Supers. Lastly, it's like moviegoers want to go see movies with cheap or free concessions, but the film theater industry is smart enough to know that you can't give it away. Now Disney, etc., need to learn that lesson. So that's kind of just expounding on his point.
Yeah. I mean, and look, it's true. They need to make money. And Netflix is showing it can be profitable eventually. It takes a lot of work to build up a library, to build up a user base, to get to the point. It took Netflix a long time to get to where they are. And they went through year after year after year after year of posting billions and billions and billions in losses. But eventually they kept going because they knew where they were going. And now they're there. And we'll just see what other streaming services, as they adjust their approach to the business, can get there too. All right, what's next?
All right, Supers are next. Nicholas Grimey writes, "Hi, John and friends. With the ongoing strikes, is the Harry Potter show reboot going to be delayed in production release? Are Britain Productions on strike also?"
Asked this exact same question yesterday.
Oh, this one we read? Okay.
I don't know if we read it or if it's, look at the timestamp, but maybe they just didn't realize we already read it and they sent it in again. Either way, Nicholas donated $20 super chat, so thanks so much. Listen, the actors' strike is literally only days old. It's only days old. So we don't know whether or not, so I'm just going to give you the same answer, but in a shorter form that I did the other day. Who knows how long this is? Right now, it's not delaying it. We'll see. Now, if all this stuff stretches out another couple of months, then yes, there probably will be some delays. Right now, I don't think we have to worry about that at the moment. As far as the UK stuff, yeah, I think they are governed by different bodies. But for example, if you're a British actor, but to work in films, on American films, you have to be a part of SAG. So, and then you have to be on strike against signatories of the AMPTP. Well, guess what? There are production companies in England that are not a part of the AMPTP.
Right.
So it all depends. All right, what's next?
All right, we got Joey who writes, "I'm going to the football game in San Diego Tuesday. It's Wrexham versus Manchester United. Can't wait for the match. Who's your favorite football team?"
My favorite soccer team is Team Canada. Other than that, I don't really watch soccer. I'll watch the World Cup when it comes along, and I got to admit, I will also be at the Wrexham Manchester game in San Diego.
Don't you dare call it soccer there.
I will call it soccer wherever I dare. You on North American soil? I will call it soccer. I mean, probably not to their faces, but I will call it soccer.
Man, you're gonna have a really far seat then.
I already got my seats. My seats are just fine, thank you. So yeah, Ann and I are going to be going to that game too. I'm looking forward. Should be fun. Should be a lot of fun. All right, what's next?
Joey writes, "What did you think of season 4 Harley Quinn trailer? I can't wait to watch it, and the trailer was funny, especially the space shuttle joke. Hell yeah!"
I'll be honest with you. Haven't watched it yet.
I didn't know it was out. The trailer.
I love Harley Quinn. I love this show. I cannot wait for it to come back. It's one of those shows that Ann and I will watch the moment it comes out together. Like we wait till what night does it come out and what time, and that's when we're watching it. But I haven't seen the trailer yet, so I'll have to go and watch that a little bit later. All right, what's next?
Gabriel writes, do they show trailers before 70mm IMAX film?
Yes.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
All right, what's next?
Gabriel's back. "I'm a huge MCU fanboy, but can we just do away with the Disney Plus shows? The shows themselves feel like filler for the MCU. They are so generic."
Listen, they've had, how many have they had so far, Ray? Don't count What If, because that doesn't count.
I believe we had
because you got WandaVision,
7, I believe. Hold on, let me look.
WandaVision, Falcon and Winter Soldier,
Hawkeye,
Loki and Hawkeye, Ms. Marvel, Moon Knight,
and
She-Hulk. And now we're on Secret Invasion. So that would be 8. So we're on 8 right now.
Yeah.
I've only really liked 2 of them. That was WandaVision and Ms. Marvel. That, like, those two so easily outclass everything else that's been of the Marvel Disney Plus shows. Look, I think there can be a place for the Marvel Disney Plus shows. But yeah, I think, listen, Bob Iger suggested that they have diluted the MCU, and he's right. They have diluted the MCU. both in division of their attention and man hours and energy and effort, and for kind of a number of them were just kind of pointless stories. And by the way, I don't mean pointless as in it doesn't tie into the overall cinematic universe story. I don't give a shit about that. I just want good stories. And just most of these shows just haven't given us good stories. Like, as I watched all of Hawkeye, I still can't tell you what it was about. I couldn't tell you right now what it was about. Other than they had Kingpin in a Hawaiian shirt, and you had the marvelous Mrs. Haley Steinfeld in it. I couldn't tell you. Do either of you guys remember what it was about?
Yeah, this guy, he had a sword, and he had to...
There was a sword.
He was trying to get home for Christmas,
They had
okay?
He was trying to get, and there was some tracksuit
They found
mafia,
a
bro.
Ronin suit, and then she kept bumbling over and over and he got frustrated.
But that's the thing.
Yeah.
But that's it. Moon Knight, I can't remember what actually the core plot of Moon Knight was.
Well, there was a
She-Hulk?
sword
I don't
and-
even really care what She-Hulk was about. It was a comedy that wasn't funny.
Yeah.
I mean, if Bob Iger announced tomorrow they're not going to do any more MCU shows on Disney Plus, I wouldn't lose any sleep. I still think it's something worth doing, but cut back on it. Maybe do one a year and make sure it's damn good. But anyway, and more than 6 fucking episodes.
That was kind of the problem right there.
All right, what's next?
Clever Name writes, clever name. Can you explain the nuances between IMAX 70mm and LieMAX? I'd be driving 4 hours each way for 70mm, but is it worth it if I have a huge IMAX and sounds as good? It's the aspect ratio, really.
The 70mm IMAX is much bigger. It's higher resolution. It's a 70mm print. Do I think it's worth driving 4 hours to see it on a 70mm IMAX screen versus the LieMAX screens?
No. Especially if the sound is going to be great where you're
Yeah,
at.
I'd drive an extra 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
But 4 hours, I don't think. And honestly, I'd rather see it in an AMC Dolby Prime. That's my favorite theater of choice anyway. Mm-hmm. All right, what's next?
All right. I guess this is follow. No, we did that. Jamie Sundays writes, word on the street is they won't show trailers for 70mm IMAX because Oppenheimer exceeds the IMAX film limit at 3 hours. Get there early, everyone.
Ooh, somebody just asked if they were going to be showing trailers. Say, yeah, they, like when I go to like the Universal City Walk IMAX, they still show trailers, but I don't know,
Hopefully not.
maybe IMAX put down the law and said, hey, this movie's already too long. We can't show trailers.
Yeah, it's 3 hours.
And if they want to get in multiple screenings of it in a day, maybe they need to make it shorter by taking out, because seriously, if you got 2 screenings, you take out trailers, that's an hour you just got back. So I haven't heard that, but that's interesting if that's true.
Yeah.
All right, what's next?
Jamie Sundays, it's game day.
Game day!
Getting drinks and food with friends at Eureka Burger, then heading over to Universal City Walk for Oppenheimer
Nice.
IMAX at 9:45. See you at the movies. Barbie is tomorrow with the girlfriend.
I'll tell you this because I don't want you to feel like you're underdressed. Wear pink if you can.
To Barbie, not
Be one of the
Oppenheimer.
crowd. Yeah, to Barbie, not Oppenheimer. No, wear pink to both.
Yeah.
Wear pink to Oppenheimer and a classic fedora over to Barbie. No, I that's a great theater. I love the AMC Universal City Walk. It's a great theater to go to.
I haven't been there since they remodeled
Don't do that. Don't do it.
It's great. You know what? Their concession area is really cool. It's kind of like a self-serve concession area at the AMC Universal.
Oh, wow.
It's actually really cool. I found I was able to get what I wanted faster, and I got in and out of the thing a lot quicker than your traditional lineup at the counter.
That's
I'll
what I
have to
like
check it
about
out.
Cinemark.
Yep, Cinemark had the same kind of setup. It was really good.
Cool.
All right, what's next?
Abraham writes, today is the day. Barbie at 3.
Nice.
And right after Oppenheimer on IMAX 70mm. Kind of wish they would show Oppenheimer in Dolby Theaters here in San Diego.
What are we seeing it in a Dolby or are we seeing it in the IMAX screen? Look it up. If we're in auditorium,
Continue, voila.
yeah. Well, if we're in auditorium 16, then we're in the Dolby IMAX. So just see if you can find that out. But hey, listen, I enjoyed Barbie. I mean, it's like some people, a lot of the critics are saying like it's going to be one of the probably top 5 films of the year. It's not going to be in my top 5 films of the year, but I really did enjoy it. It's a very smart, very good movie. A number of really, really good laughs. I think you're going to have a good time at that one too.
It's auditorium 1. So
That's going to be the IMAX screen. All right, what's next?
Gabriel writes, have you seen Take Me Home Tonight or Silver Linings Playbook? Yes.
Yes.
I always rewatch Playbook every 4 years or so. It's a classic for me.
I got to visit the set of Take Me Home Tonight. I was visiting the director, so I was on set of Take Me Home Tonight. They were actually shooting this one scene in a house, and I went to the house, and it was funny because while I was there, Dan Fogler showed up, and I don't
Balls
even,
of Fury.
yeah, I don't even think he was in the movie, but I think he just showed up to visit somebody else there that was on set too, and I got to meet Dan Fogler there. And what was the other one? Silver Linings Playbook? Yeah, Bradley Cooper, Jennifer Lawrence, Robert De Niro. Great film. I think that's the one Jennifer Lawrence won her Academy Award for, yes?
It could have been.
She was nominated for a couple of them, but she's got a couple of, I think she's got minimum 3 Academy Award nominations, might even be 4. Ray, can you look that up?
Yeah.
But I definitely think the one she won for was Silver Linings Playbook. It's a great movie. Absolutely wonderful. All right, what's next?
John Redcorn, I'm very curious to see Secret Invasion streaming numbers because it feels like there's not a lot of interest in it. In my opinion, it's not great, but not bad either.
You know what? You're wrong. About not much interest in it. I'm going to show you something here. I'm going to see if I can get it on my screen. So I just got my hands on these streaming charts, right? And let me see if I can get my grubby little hands. It's just funny you bring that up because my friend sent me this a little bit earlier today, and I cannot. Damn it! How do I get date added? No, I can't. I can't find it. Let me see if I can do it this way. Nope, I've got it in my text. Oh, maybe I can do it this way now. Can I? Can I?
Can he?
No, I can't. I can't get it on screen.
There's a screenshot down there at the bottom of your screen.
There's a screenshot?
See where it says show all? Click that. See in the bottom, it would be your, yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know if I can open it.
I think you can. I mean, I'm looking at the link.
No, because it's one of these stupid things. You know what? Let me send it to you, Jonathan.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to put it in your folder.
All right,
Sorry, guys, that we're taking all this time, but I really do want to show you this chart because it's actually important. So, Jonathan, it's called Screenshot.
All right.
I just dropped it in your folder there. You're going to have to blow it up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So it's funny you mentioned that about May. It doesn't feel like anybody. There's more people watch because I said the same thing. Look, people said, John, why aren't you doing an after show and an open spoiler discussion for Secret Invasion? I said, I just don't feel like a ton of people are watching it. But did you get the file?
Yeah, but you know what? It's not. The
but
type won't work on OBS or on browser.
You know what though? I'll fix it. Okay. So I said, yeah, I'm not sure that it'll work. I'm not sure all this. I'm just not sure that a lot of people are watching it. Right? Just not convinced that a lot of people are watching it. Well, as I get this thing open now. Okay, so a buddy of mine sent me this chart.
Oh yeah, here we go.
Take a look at this. Okay, this is the top 10 streaming original programs right now. Black Mirror with 27 episodes is the number one ranked thing as far as views in millions of minutes, right? But that includes all 27 episodes. The Bear is next up with 18 full episodes at 853 million minutes watched. Manifest, why anybody's watching Manifest, I have no idea. But
62 episodes.
with 62 episodes total, 658 million minutes. The Surrogacy, 24 episodes, 583 million. Look at Secret Invasion. Secret Invasion is at number 5 with 1 episode. 1 episode. And it's at 461 million views watched or minutes watched. And look at that. Everything else on this list is in the double digits except for FUBAR. That's the Arnold Schwarzenegger show. And that had 8 episodes and total viewed minutes, 317 million. And Secret Invasion with just the 1 is at that number. That's pretty damn impressive. So I think you're going to see, I was talking to my buddy who sent me this chart a little bit earlier. I think you're going to see in the next couple of weeks as more of those are added on from when these numbers are taken, I think you're going to see it go up the chart a lot. So that is actually a lot of people are watching that show, more than I thought they were. All right, what's next?
All right, we've got King Daddy Goat who writes, hey guys, is there much vulgar language in Barbie? I don't think it's rated R, is it?
It's not rated R.
There's not.
There's a little.
There's a bleeped out word.
There's one bleeped out word. So there's no F-bombs.
Yeah.
or there is, but it's comedically bleeped out.
Right.
There's a little bit of swearing.
There's some wordplay.
A little bit, yeah.
PG-13.
Some,
Wordplay, but there's no straight up swearing for sure.
no, there's suggestive stuff. Like if you're asking, is it okay to bring a kid to it? The biggest issue I had is not some of the suggestive stuff or anything. The biggest issue is actually a moment that's in the trailer.
Yeah.
When she goes, any of you guys ever think about death? And it gets in the movie. I mean, that becomes a very big issue about dying and thinking about death and dying and mortality and other things like that. That's the question about if you're asking about whether or not it's okay to bring a kid to it. Now, there were kids at the screening we were at, and they seem to be having a good time. So yeah, that's your bigger worry than like people dropping F-bombs, because there's no F-bombs in it. All right, what's next?
Azaz writes, Oppenheimer is truly a masterpiece, shot to perfection. Killian and RDJ are phenomenal. Epic score, horrifying, while having an impactful message.
Well, I'm going to have to take your word for it until I go to see it in 45 minutes.
Yeah.
45 minutes, I'm going to be going to see it, and I hope it works out every bit as good as you're suggesting that it is. Hey, listen, we do have a few more questions left, but we're going to take just a break before we finish things off here and thank a couple of sponsors of today's episode of Open Mic, our friends at Mint Mobile and Birddogs.
We want to thank a sponsor of this video, Mint Mobile. From the gas pump to the grocery store, your utility bills and favorite streaming services, inflation is everywhere. Seriously, make it stop. Thankfully, there's one company out there that's giving you a much-needed break. It's Mint Mobile. As the first company to sell premium wireless service online only, Mint Mobile lets you order from home and save a ton with phone plans starting at just $15 a month. You guys know that ever since I switched to Mint Mobile, I've been saving almost 70% a month over my old phone plan. For people looking for extra savings this year, Mint Mobile offers premium wireless for just $15 a month. By going online only and eliminating the traditional cost of retail, Mint Mobile passes the significant savings on to you. All of their plans come with unlimited talk and text plus high-speed data delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. Use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan and keep your same phone number along with all your existing contacts. Switch to Mint Mobile and get premium wireless service starting at just $15 a month. To get your new wireless plan for just $15 a month and get the plan shipped to your door for free, go to mintmobile.com/Campea. That's mintmobile.com/Campea. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/Campea.
We want to take a second and thank the sponsor of this video, Birddogs. You know, as a guy, there's only two things that are important to me when it comes to fashion: looking good, and even more importantly, being comfortable. And that's where our sponsors, Birddogs, come to the rescue. Offering everything from pants like stretch khakis, joggers, and sweatpants, to shorts like gym shorts and swimsuits, and even great looking and comfortable polo shirts. Birddogs, like their stretch khaki shorts, are designed to fit slimmer through the thighs and legs, giving you a truly sculpted look. Birddogs shorts fit way better than regular shorts that are made of a stiff, restricting cotton. You see, Birddogs fixed this issue by inventing cloud knit fabric that looks just like khaki, but stretches so you get a way slimmer fit without having to sacrifice movement. And that's just one of the reasons that by wearing Birddogs, you're going to look good and, more importantly, feel good. So guys, go to birddogs.com/Campea for a free Yeti-style tumbler with your order. That's birddogs.com/Campea for a free Yeti-style tumbler. Use code Campea. You won't want to take your Birddogs off. We promise you. And thank you to our friends at Mint Mobile and Birddogs for sponsoring this episode. All right, let's get back to your questions here, shall we? Jonathan, what we got up next?
Next up, we've got Stephanie Mitchell, who writes, "Hey guys, it's game day.
Game day?
Doing a doubleheader tonight with Barbie and Dolby in 6:45 and Oppenheimer in 70mm at 10:30.
Nice.
Ooh, that's gonna be late. So excited. Also, I heard that if you're seeing Oppenheimer in 70mm, there's no preview.
Yeah, some news piece must have gone out about that, because you're the third person to mention that. So that's great. I wish all movies were like that.
You know what would be nice though is if that's true, on the website have Oppenheimer 70mm. No trailers.
Yeah, you should let
shown.
people, they should absolutely let people know, because everybody's now accustomed to having 15, 20, 30 minutes of trailers. So
Yeah.
I bet you there are going to be a lot of angry people posting on Twitter tomorrow that they missed the first 10 or 15 minutes
Well,
of the
because
movie.
even if you got there on time, you still might have to use the restroom, get concessions. So
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right, what's next?
John Redcorn writes, "Whatever happened to Armor Wars? It feels like forever since we heard anything about it. Hope I'm wrong, but I'm starting to think they're dumping it."
No, they're plans. And Armor Wars, they changed that from a series into a movie. They decided to make that a movie instead of a series.
right.
And it's just that the whole thing is in kind of like they've been moving release dates back like that. As far as last I heard, they are still doing that. All right, what's next?
All right. Rob Bat and Bat. I'd Ray a Barbie girl. I don't know what that means. ID Ray a Barbie girl.
Oh,
I
probably
am a
meant
Barbie
is. Probably meant is Ray a Barbie
Is
girl?
Ray a Barbie girl?
Ray is a Barbie girl living in a Barbie world.
Yeah,
made of
that's true.
plastic, so fantastic.
Yeah.
He loved that movie.
I loved it.
All right, what's next?
Simon Blakemore writes, "Hi again. I was wondering, have you seen the Grimlock Transformer toy? It's
Yes.
like the Optimus Prime one. It transforms by itself. Whoa, by itself?
I just saw it. I ran home. Anne's been a little sick, so I decided to run home over lunch, just check in on her. And while I was there, I popped open my my iPad and I saw a thing for it. I'm like, what the hell is this? I didn't see a price tag on it though.
It's probably gonna be like 700, like the Optimus was.
But it's
man,
Grimlock.
that will lower by 100 or 2 if it doesn't sell like the Optimus did. So
You know, there's certain
Just play
things
the
that
long
you,
game.
that you like as kids, and then you get older and you realize that made no effing sense. Like, take Grimlock, for example, right? A massively futuristic, advanced piece of technology beyond our wildest dreams. And it speaks like me, Grimlock. Like, you're like you are more advanced than any computer system on planet Earth.
But it's a dinosaur.
I
But
know.
me, Grimlock,
You got one of those guys.
strongest
I got one of them.
Autobot. What's that?
I got one of them guys.
Shut up.
He's one of them guys, you know, is the one that it's very useful on the team. You just don't talk to them a lot.
I'm not even going to ask you to point a finger. All right, what's next?
That's me.
Simon,
Ooh, somebody in the live chat is saying delusional Patriots fan is saying it's $1,400.
Oh,
that's just right in your price range.
I guess
Okay.
the dinosaur part ups it. Maybe the
Maybe.
copyright on T-Rexes.
Maybe it's bigger.
Yeah.
Maybe someone will.
All right, what's next?
All right. Simon Baker writes,
It's never bigger.
"Hi, John and crew. Hope you all are doing well. Just booked my ticket to see Enter the Dragon at the cinema. It's one of my favorite films of
Yeah.
all time. Can't wait to see it again on the big screen. Yeah, they're doing
Yeah, I was going through the release schedule, and Enter the Dragon is back on the release schedule. Is it a wide release? Is it a limited
limited, but it's going to be in 4K. So they did a reprint of it.
Someone do a triple header, please.
release? Go to a
I
triple
dare
header
you.
of that. All right, what's next?
James Wheeler writes, "I'm so excited to watch Oppenheimer this weekend in San Francisco. We have the third biggest IMAX screen in the country.
Yes,
We
they
have
do.
a real one, 76 by 97 feet with 70 millimeter.
Jeez.
Yeah, they got a fabulous IMAX screen out there.
That's a 7-story building.
I went
That theater is gonna rock.
Yeah, that's gonna be good. Sorry, I'm also at the same time trying to go through the release schedule. There it is, Enter the Dragon. It says it's limited release.
Yeah.
But
it
there
is
it is there,
4K.
August 13th. It says that's really cool. Anyway, yeah, that theater in San Francisco is supposed to be. It's just unbelievable. I got to walk over there when WonderCon used to be held in San Francisco, way back in the day. That's when I had to go over there. All right, what's next?
All right. Terry McGinnis writes, finally saw Dead Reckoning, and I loved it. For me, the plot seemed heavily inspired by the fabulous Jonathan Nolan TV show Person of Interest.
Never saw it, Person of Interest.
Me either, but I know about it.
Yeah, I've heard good things. I've heard good things about it. To me, I mean, like the opening of the movie is straight up Hunt for Red October. Like the entire opening of that movie is just all Hunt for Red October. Like the only question to me is the opening to Dead Reckoning, is that pure straight up Hunt for Red October ripoff, or is it a Hunt for Red October homage? So that's the only question. All right, the movie's awesome though. All right, what's next?
All right. Jedi Master writes, Barbie was getting downrated earlier today on Google and IMDb. It got a 1 out of 10 on IMDb. I don't care for those ratings, but why was it getting downrated? Because probably people were doing that shit.
Yeah, their movie with woman. I am an insecure, fragile little man that has no security in myself because I have no real masculinity.
Grimlock, we give it 1 out of 10.
That's why, listen, guys, honestly, like, seriously, ignore IMDb ratings. Ignore any ratings where anybody who's never even seen the movie has the ability to just go in and click on something. Like, there's no point in looking at those in today's age. The only audience rating scores that matter are Cinema Score, which is literally they're outside of the movie theaters and survey people as they come out of the movie theaters. and Rotten Tomatoes verified audience score, because they actually verify through Regal's site, AMC site, and Fandango people who had actually bought tickets and went to go see the movie. Those are the only ones you should look at. Like, ignore any of the other ones.
And your own score is the most important.
Yes, but you have to actually go to a movie to see it first. Me, Grimlock. All right, what's next?
Well, Raymond Verada wants to know, watching the Women's World Cup, go Philippines. I didn't.
Oh.
I'm not a big, listen, if Philippines, Italy, US, or Canada get into the semifinals, I'll probably watch at that point. But again, I'm not a big
I
soccer
didn't even know
fan.
we had a team.
Does the Philippines? I didn't know Philippines had a team either.
I didn't know we had enough people playing.
Well,
What kind of Pinoy boy are you? You didn't
Come
even know
on,
your own
man.
people had a soccer team.
You know what? I just work and sleep. Sorry.
All right, what's next?
All right. Fangblaze71 writes, I went to a new theater with my friends last weekend, and the popcorn was so good I got mine refilled 3 times. That's a lot of popcorn.
That's a lot of popcorn.
I'm craving their popcorn as I type this. You know, it's not that good for you.
Well, why? Okay, that's great. Why not tell us the name of this theater?
Yeah, it's a
I know.
secret place with
What is the name of this theater with this
popcorn.
messianic
Yeah,
popcorn?
where's this Kobe beef filet mignon popcorn?
Yeah, like,
kept eating.
why not share with us that little tidbit of information about
You
which
shall
theater
never know
was
the
it?
name.
McDonald's fries popcorn.
McDonald's fries popcorn. All right, what's next?
All right. Jack Dillon writes, we have premium and standard seats in Odeon Cinemas, Ireland, which are owned by AMC.
Yeah, they should get rid of those. That's a spit in the face of movie fans everywhere, that entire scheme. And it is. It's nothing but a scheme. It's
Is there a
total-
dress code for the premium
schemers.
seats?
you have to wear a dress. You have to be in a shirt
Oh,
and
he
tie.
must be premium.
Minimum. All right, what's next?
Rob Bat, is Ray a Bar? Oh, is Ray a Barbie? Okay,
Yep.
corrected it.
Yeah,
he is. We confirmed.
I am.
Gabriel writes, John, what are your thoughts on Adam Aaron?
Nope, not going to go down that rabbit hole. Not going to go down
Yeah,
that
we're trying
rabbit
to
hole.
Thank you for the
Oppenheimer.
super chat.
Not
But
tomorrow.
What's
Cinema
next?
writes, John Boyega seems to take any chance he can to reignite the Last Jedi discourse. He acts like Ryan Johnson had some ill intent with Finn's story in the movie. But now he's saying he wants to. I don't think he's.
Yeah, now he's saying he's open to coming back.
It's friend zone.
Yeah, he's in the friend zone.
Look, I have no problem. I have no problem with an actor long after the movie's done its run and stuff like that. Like an actor looking at their own acting resume and saying, I think that movie on my resume was the worst movie I did. And John Boyega recently came out and said he thought the worst one they did was The Last Jedi. He's wrong. The worst one he did was The Rise of Skywalker. That was easily the worst one. But at any rate, but yeah, he's now saying that he's willing to come back.
Oh no! After you said that statement, he says he's
Changed
not
his
coming
mind.
back no more.
Yep, thanks. I was going to come back, fans. I was going to come back.
But then
Blame
John Campea
for
had
saying
to
that.
open his damn mouth.
By the way, what did I just say that was bad?
I'm just saying, it's just because you said something about him. Now he's.
I didn't say about him. I disagree. I think his pick for what the worst one was incorrect. I think it was the other one that was the worst one.
Okay, then it was me and John.
That was fine. I think he's a great actor.
No, he is.
Yeah.
And it's great to bring attention to his movie coming out tomorrow.
Yeah.
On Netflix?
They cloned
Tyrone.
They cloned Tyrone. And by the way, go watch that one he also did with Michael K. Williams. He's actually Boyega's really good in it. So anyway, all right, what's next?
T Dizzle writes, I saw AMC drop Stupid and was hoping it was going to end with Nicole Kidman commercial.
Oh, wouldn't that be great? Look,
I know what
I
you're talking
like
about.
the Nicole Kidman commercial.
Everyone does. That's why we keep going back.
I just think it's asinine. Do you know how many times I've had to watch that trailer, that
You know
commercial?
how many times she's watched Creed 1?
Yeah, why has she seen that movie so many times? I just think it is beyond idiotic in an environment where they should make you sit down and watch 28 minutes of trailers to then, okay, the movie's starting. The final trailer played. Great, let's start the movie. Nope. The puddle on the street with Nicole Kidman's shoe comes in. We come to this place. It's like, I've already seen this commercial 475 times.
I've accepted the commercial. I just haven't accepted the movie she's watching. Next time, do a template where you could switch out those movies to newer ones.
That does not help, Ray.
I'm just saying, if they're going to shove that in our
Because they
face.
already played 28. Now I'm ready for the movie start. Now you're playing this commercial. By the way, you're playing a commercial for something I'm already doing. I am sitting in an AMC theater. I'm here. I bought a ticket. I came in. I'm sitting in a goddamn AMC seat. You don't have to waste more time showing me a commercial to hopefully do something I'm already fucking doing. I hate it so much. Just play that commercial on television to convince people to come to AMC theaters. Don't waste people's time who are already sitting in AMC theaters.
Or play it before the trailers when most people don't even see it.
Yes. Yeah. Or play it after the movie's
just
done.
Just backwards when
you know what? Hey guys, just put it on the screen. Make sure to stay in your seats after the show. We're going to play the Nicole Kidman commercial after the movie's done.
You know what? I'd stay.
I'd stay. All right, what's next?
Gabriel writes, Ray, take one. Mutant Mayhem or Terminal? The Terminal.
Well, he hasn't seen one of them.
Come on, Ray. You got to pick one.
It's got to be Mutant Mayhem.
You can't answer that until after you see Mutant Mayhem.
No, I'm going to pick it. It's going to be the better movie.
All right, I agree with you. Even if it was just opening credits and then the movie ended, it would be better than The Terminal.
But
even if the movie was actually the Nicole Kidman commercial.
Even if that was it, the whole Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie was just Nicole Kidman, it would still be better than The Terminal. Ray's so despondent. All right, what's next?
Gabriel says, I will never get tired of the people. Oh, the people.
The people. It's not the people.
Yeah, my people.
All right, what's next?
All right, final one. Rampage Predacon. Ray, who you got next weekend, Spence or Crawford?
Okay, this is like I said before, the biggest. I want Spence to win, but I can't help but feel that Crawford's gonna beat him. But I want Spence to win.
See, now I know what everybody else feels like when I start talking about UFC because I have no idea who these two people are.
This is the both undefeated welterweights, the top of the division. They're going at it.
Is this the reason you have Showtime?
This is why after me and Mayhem are viewing. Anne asked if we wanted to eat. I said no. I need to watch this boxing.
Oh
fight.
yeah, we're
but she said she would host it. So I don't know if we're watching it at your place.
We are watching it. Yeah, she wants it because it's also something for your birthday.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's right. She mentioned we're going to watch some boxing of some sorts.
Well, there you go.
All right, guys, and that'll do it for today's installment of Open Mic. Ray and I got to get in our cars and head over to go watch Oppenheimer. Looking forward to that. It's a show about the kid who grew up in Mayberry and goes on to create the atomic bomb. Oppenheimer. Most people didn't get that at all. Have no idea what that reference was about.
Open Michenheimer.
Open Michenheimer.
I've only got 1 hour sleep. I'm not making it through this movie. If I don't, I'm going to get another showing tomorrow morning.
Open Michenheimer.
It was a Ron Howard reference,
Why did you only have 1 hour sleep?
Because it was hot.
Oh.
You know what? Just
theaters have air conditioning. You can sleep in there.
You guys have no idea what goes on behind the scenes.
We all the same, though.
We all sound the same. All right, guys, make sure you come back and join me tomorrow. So for Ray or Jonathan Voico, myself, John Campea, we'll talk to you later, guys. And until next time, bye-bye.